Hello, guys. Welcome back. I'm kind of cute in this. Sorry for the hair. Oh my God, so much stuff happened. Inari Sama came through. They are so good. They played a little foxy trick on us. They pretended they weren't interested in the VR. They got the VR fixed. I got an email today after I made that video for you guys. I got an email today that they hope I haven't given up faith. It was a different person in the department. Somebody at Oculus must have read that and been like, wow, this woman's pissed off. So they said they're happy to do this, but it's out of warranty, but in this circumstance they can. So I called my friend that has that business, the one that's going through the cancer treatment. I said, look, I'm going to pay you for this. I don't want you to do this for free. So, long story short, I took the Oculus up there. She gave me a box, printed the shipping label for me, and she'll drop it off Friday. So they will get it back. So they'll get it back I had like a month to do this. Within the month, and then it'll take like however long once they receive it, and then they'll send me an email that they're shipping a refurbished one out. They obviously they don't make them anymore, so they'll have to ship out a refurbished one. But we'll have VR again. So, and since she would refuse to take money, she was moving. Well, she didn't make the first cut, but she still wanted to get rid of a lot of stuff. Since Inari is, connected to tea houses, they got a teacup with flowers in it, and we bought this. I just saw this statue. It's like this big statue of flowers and everything on it. I got that too. It's like in front of the altar in there now. And as you see, we put all of our stuff back up, and Mammon is just gone. The tsunami that is Inari Okami hit him full force. Inari was 12 kinds of angry because, the kami can be wrathful but you have to really, really cross them and not go and make up. You have to not only cross them and make them angry, you have to not make up once they let you know they're angry. You have to really piss them off. I mean, like, I've killed a whole orphanage of children, pissed them off. They don't just go off for nothing. And he was very angry because remember, he's in business too. But he's of the keep your customers happy side. He's of the fun side, and he's the kami of the theater and rice and, like we've said before, prostitution and geisha houses and all the fun stuff, tea ceremonies. Now, there are other kamis you're going to see listed, so it's not like anybody's getting it wrong. Like 12 different kamis can cover the same thing. It depends on the area. And what will happen a lot of times is, let's say you have a kami of fishing in your area, and you stop catching fish. And Inari trots in and goes, I can catch fish. And you give them an offering and tons of fish. Inari is now the kami of fishing. They actually control fishing. So that's how they do it. They go by, and if they feel like wagging their little foxtail and being kind to their people, they will. They can be a little, taken aback sometimes by the American sense of humor, but they're usually very sweet-natured, and Americans and Japanese love each other to a weird degree. So we actually, like, they love our culture, and they copy it in their pop culture, and we love their culture and copy it in our pop culture. So we kind of like symbiotic relationship, like they actually use a lot of English in Japan, and we use Japanese over here, or we try to. so, so it works out well. And he's very happy, and he says, you kept the foxes, and he's very proud. So he has the, yeah, it's Funtime Foxy. I forgot which one it was. He has the Funtime Foxy. He fell in love with her because she's white. Inari's Kitsune is supposed to be white, and the naughty Kitsune are supposed to be red, but then people will argue back that Kitsune can be whatever color they want. They could be tangerine if they wanted to. But these heavenly celestial foxes are usually pure white, and the fancy tails and all the get up. So he was very pleased that I did something kind for a business, and I knew I needed it like a hole in the head, but they were encouraging me, and Loki and Smodius too, because Smodius is connected with business. And they said, it's only kind, she's doing this for you, she doesn't have to. Go ahead, buy some stuff you need, like a hole in your head. And we got a dancing flower for the window with a butterfly. And I'm hyper because we went out and we picked up sodas because my friend warned me we have another lockdown coming in the area. And I got fast food. And Inari and Asmodeus told me it's okay. They have taken over the finances as of today. And they said you can actually be a little more libertine from time to time. You don't have to save every penny. Because I was almost having a panic attack yesterday because Asmodeus kept writing me about everything. And I don't know what their deal is. Not Asmodeus, I'm sorry, Mammon kept writing me. And I said, I don't know what their deal is, you know? And they got very mad at me and they called me childish and they stormed off. And I'm like, well, who's childish one now? I will at least stay and finish an argument. And, I think he tried to cross the divide in his defense, but he's too businesslike. I've told him he has a bank box where his heart should be, where I'm very emotional, which is why I work great with Inari and Loki and Asmodeus because we're all emotional. We'll sit there and watch a New World music video and be like, it's so beautiful. He misses her so much. So yeah, we're all very emotional. So they are excited. Loki has some ice cream. 'Cause I get a kids meal. We both get a kick out of it. They don't give you toys here because they're cheap, but we get the kids meal and we get like free ice cream and we bring that home and we have the meal and then we have the ice cream later. So he's happy about that. And we got soda for the fourth. Inari's just shaking their head. He didn't like how I was getting bullied. I knew it was Inari because Loki said you'll have your answer when you go out. Who replaced the VR? I got a discount at the gas station. I got a discount at the DQ, and I didn't have any special card or anything. So I don't know what that was all about. I got like $1.33 off at the gas station, and I got so much off over at the DQ. Now that doesn't happen all the time when you work with Inari, but you'll notice you'll have stuff come up in your favor. And it felt right. It felt like she told me that was the price. Maybe they had a sale going on I didn't know about, but it was pretty nice. So that was neat. And they're happy. They're happy to be back in and they're happy to have their territory. And they're connected to Japanese theater and they were making those sounds that the actors make, that oh sound like they were getting ready to attack in a sword scene. And I'm like, I wonder if Mammon knows they actually have to learn how to actually fight with swords to do those scenes. Well, you'll find out. And they carry a fire whip. They are a wonderful, kind Kami. They really are. And like I said, unless you've murdered an orphanage full of children, you're fine with them. But if you piss them off, if you really get on their bad side, then they're terrifying. And some people in Japan actually won't work with Inari because they're one of the more terrifying Kami when they go off. But you have to have really, really broken things. And, as a lot of Shinto priests will explain, there's a huge difference between being Japanese, growing up in Japan, and growing up in a specific area with a family that's kind of indebted to Inari in a way, because he's always watched over you, and being a foreigner, which does make a difference, because if you go to Japan, the same rules don't quite apply to you because you're a foreigner. And they rather don't expect as much of foreigners. There's not quite the same heaviness put on you, which is why I think some Japanese do get mad. They're like, why would foreigners want to work with our native spirits? Well, they kind of wandered over here, and here they are, and we don't know. That's why we have so many Shinto temples now in the U.S. Inari just kind of wandered over and made themselves a home. Susanoo kind of trailed after, and it's like those are the two main Kami that I work with. The others are super sweet, but Inari is a lot of Kami to look after. They're not high maintenance or anything. It's just they have a way of making mischief, and if they're making mischief and Loki's making mischief, it's maximum mischiefs. And Loki is psyched. We have a game. We'll bring the games back. We have a game on tap that, for some reason, Bandicam keeps cutting out at a certain point. We'll just stop right before that point. It's fine. Besides, you guys don't need to see like 20 minutes of a game to get an idea of what it's like. And it was like a game, I think it's like I don't know because I don't even know what the age range is on this because they don't rate their games on Steam usually, so I have no idea, but it's bright and it's cute and it's from Japan and it's cute girls having magical adventures. So like kind of like Sailor Moonish age, I guess. So for like younger girls, I don't know. I love it. So if you like what you see, like, comment, and subscribe, and I want to thank all of you for all the wonderful support. That was super kind of you. I don't know what went wrong with Mammon. That was he can be harsh, but he's usually never outright cruel like that. So it was a disappointment, but you know, if that's really the way he feels, then that's fine. Inari kicked him out. Inari very much likes sharing territory with Loki, and they've actually grown to respect each other. They had some sparks when they first started working together, but you know, once they have to defend you against someone else, they'll get along. Plus, Asmodeus is our peacekeeper. Asmodeus likes to calm everybody down and give everybody the benefit of the doubt, and he's been apologizing. Because he said, you know, it was his fault. I shouldn't have let Mammon back in after he went off a couple times already. I said, well, everybody can have a hard time in their life, and you can't just abandon people when they're having a hard time, which is true, but there's something seriously wrong with Mammon. He's just detonating, and I don't want to be around that kind of detonation because my dad used to be like that, and that was when you were around. So yeah, it's like I'm not going to be here when that goes off because that's going to be bad. I don't know. The nasty side of him was coming out, and most people that work with demons will say it's okay for them to show fangs and claws, so to speak, if they get excited, but if it's tending towards more like they're indulging more and more mean behavior, that's maybe when they need a cool off period because they shouldn't be mean to you and they shouldn't just be mean randomly to other people. Most have pretty high moral values, which is why King Payment doesn't like a lot of people. You know, it's King Payment doesn't like humans in the first place, but he also has high moral standards. And if you don't hit them for whatever reason, he's not even going to deal with you. So I hope you guys like what you see. It feels so much nicer. It feels like my home now. So thanks, guys. I really mean it. Thanks for the support. And I will see you guys later. Bye bye.